And I'm back. Like I said, just a few minutes. Had to take care of some stuff real quick. Like I said, I might be distracted occasionally. My wife's in Florida, and we do chit chat over Facebook. Um, but I'm gonna have Mara surprise me. Last few times I did this, it kept putting me in the Thieves Guild, which is kind of interesting because that's, you know, they're all about luck and stuff, so it kind of makes sense. But after that happening like 2 times in a row is kind of frustrating. Oh, you guys aren't getting my desktop audio. That's my bad. There we go. I'll get the awesome Skyrim audio now. Ooh, I started off camping. Okay. Started by a nice fire. Ooh. A lot of those first quests kind of get auto-completed. My storage sack. Looks like I was a pretty successful person. I can just take all. Okay, let's see what I've got going on equipment-wise. Weapons, I got a hunting bow. So, at the very least, I'm going to start off kind of hunting and stuff using the bow. I don't plan on staking this way. It shouldn't be, but I will take a look at that real quick. That's weird if it is. Okay, so an OBS is saying it's Skyrim, but I'll check somewhere else. Thank you, Mr. Sunshine Mace. Twitch. Channel manager. There we go. That should be updated now. Thank you very much. Hey, Sunshine. See, you got my Facebook post out to the world. So, for those of you that might have not caught the very first video that I did, I'm running a few different mods. Primarily Start Another Life and Legacy of the Dragonborn, and just a few other. I'm running about 100 different mods right now. Most of them are just display stuff, but the important ones are all right here. Apocalypse spells, Campfire and Frostfall for some survivability stuff, and immersive armors just to increase the number of armors that are going out throughout the world. Signature equipment's kind of neat. If you use equipment a whole bunch, it increases the weapon quality or item quality really. Spurg increases, gives you some auto perks. And unread books, unread books lets you figure out which books you've read or not, so that you don't have to keep opening up everything. I did a kind of random. I'm playing a Breton right now. He's lost his eye, and with Live Another Life, I did a random start. So it looks like I've started off just camping somewhere. Oh, and I need to go investigate Helgen. I wonder what's happening up there. Ha! Those of you that have played Skyrim should know exactly what's going on up at Helgen. There's a Sky UI is the other one. I've started pretty close to Helgen, so that will be a pretty straightforward, let's go investigate what's going on sort of thing. So let's go. And since I'm playing a hunter right now, let's be sneaky about it, shall we? Also, I might go investigate this cave, because why not? It is Skyrim after all. Oh, that's just the escape tunnel. Okay. I'll actually probably fast travel to that shortly for reasons. Let's go figure out what's happening up in Helgen. Sometimes I do like to pop out of first person mode. I like to see the character and stuff. That's not a good way into Helgen, apparently. I am starting to get cold. Top left, you'll actually see the frostfall stuff that's going on as the character gets cold. Open the gate. Oh no, Helgen is destroyed. What happened? So we'll take a look around. One of the other mods that I have, which depending on how far I get today, is a mod that slows the pace of the main storyline so that it's not so fast. It takes some time for them to discover the other dragon that attacks and stuff. Oh, gotta read the journal. This journal contains several undated entries. First entry. Hard to believe I filled up that whole journal already. I never realized how much of Cyrodiil I hadn't seen yet. So much diversity, yet so much destruction from the Great War. A lot of history has been lost here forever. The expedition is ending soon, and everyone will be returning home. I have one last task to perform before I do the same. I'll send the other journal ahead with my supplies and the artifacts we recovered. Second entry. I've received word from my contacts in Skyrim. All seem quiet for now, probably the first time since High King Torrig was killed. I should be able to make the crossing quietly enough during the night, so long as there are no Imperial patrols to deal with. Third entry. So much for being discreet. I crossed the border near a small village called Helgen and made my way up to Darkwater Crossing. Unfortunately, I can't get back to my camp now, because the area is filled with Imperial patrols. Oh no! It seems they are searching for someone very important. If I'm not mistaken, someone they intend to ambush here. This could be the very thing I'm seeking here in Skyrim, but crossing the border in the dead of night without passing through the checkpoints has turned out to be a very bad plan. I woke early this morning with an Imperial sword pressed to my neck. A patrol found me camped under a rock outcropping on the edge of the volcanic marshes. I guess I wasn't as well hidden as they thought. Maybe this is what happened to folks that do the vanilla start. I have no idea where they're taking us, but I've been stuffed into the back of a rickety old cart, being pulled by an even more rickety-looking old nag. At least they let me keep my journal. For now. Fifth entry. Shore's bones. If only I had known sooner. They ambushed the captives in the cart with me. Stormcloak rebels. Led by none other than Ulfric Stormcloak himself. There's no time to explain properly. I scarcely believe it myself. If it hadn't been for the dragon, I'd not even be here to write this down. Yes, a dragon. Big, black, as large as the towers of the keep itself. It swooped in out of nowhere and laid waste to the village and the keep. General Tullius didn't take my head today, or the heads of several Stormcloak rebels. But that doesn't matter now. Hadvar and Roloff set aside their differences to help the survivors. They went into the lower keep hours ago. Something about caves with the back entrance. I don't think they're coming back. I'll have to see if I can get out of the city and down to Riverwood. Someone needs to warn them. This building won't remain standing for much longer. I still can't believe it. A dragon, straight out of the legends. Nobody back home will ever believe me. So that's kind of how Start Another Life. If you start as like a guild member someplace else, or pretty far away from Helgen. Apparently I got one of the ones that isn't quite vanilla, but starts you real close to the vanilla start. Because when I first tested out the mod, I said I want to start in the Wizards Guild. So I started way up in Winterhold. And started doing the College of Winterhold quests. When I did the playthrough with my Khajiit Thief that started off as a bandit in the woods, he started in a random cave filled with bandits over here. So I just made my way down to Riften because I knew that I wanted him to start in the Thieves Guild, so I just walked down there. This one, it's basically a vanilla start for the most part. Whoops. And so now let's go check out the tower. Nice thing about this kind of start though is that it's not so much the tutorial. I'm just going to go through the Helgen Keep to get some loot, because I know that stuff's in there. And I need weapons. I need something besides my my bow, because that's not the character I want this character to be. So, I'll get him some heavy armor and one-handed weapons. As you can tell, some of the basic light armors have actually changed name. Um, that makes it a little bit more immersive. Increases my armor rating, sure. As you can tell with Frostfall, the clothings have warmth and coverage. They're kind of like armor, but for well, cold weather and stuff. Things that have insulation and fur. Some of the iron armors and stuff have like fur edges and stuff, and they actually have a pretty decent warmth coverage, warmth rating, and typically lower than the fur armors do. Mostly just because you're wearing metal in the cold, and that sucks. Like this, it's a short sleeve thing compared to wearing a whole bunch of furs. But I'm inside right now. This is some of the items that I actually started with as a hunter, and I plan on using magicka a lot. So and set up some of my basic favorites. Oh, I have a war axe now too. This will kind of be my basic walking around, waiting for danger. Oh, I also have Conjure Familiar. So I actually start with Conjure Familiar. Let other things take the damage for me. I don't... Oh! Oh no! The easy way through is done. The RB dragons. Cloaks are important when you're playing with weather. They keep you warm. Although, I haven't decided if this character is actually going to be a Stormcloak or an Imperial. But that's a question for another day. I am going to definitely wear their clothes for now. Although, oh, yeah, so because I want to do heavy armor, I'm probably going to look like an Imperial for a hot second. And might as well wear their cloak. Or wear the Stormcloak cloak and the Imperial armor. That's what I'll do. Use the Stormcloak axe. I don't want the battle axe. Although I like the sword better than the axe sometimes. Just aesthetically. Like I said, on Facebook, for those of you that are my Facebook friends at least, I don't know how often I'm going to do this or anything. I just kind of got a bug up my butt and wanted to give this a try. All my characters know how to lockpick, because I feel like you lose a lot of the game if you can't lockpick, unfortunately. Oh no, a dead mage. Take his clothes, mostly so I can disenchant it later. Unlock all the locks in the beginning. Oh no. Ooh. Luckily I know that there's a few more lockpicks over there. So I can be a little bit more cavalier. And one of the mods I'm running, Ars Metallica, I let you actually make lockpicks. So I'm not as concerned about how often I'm using them. Where's my weight? Okay, so I'm probably going to stop looting willy-nilly. My weight's getting high enough to where I want to start thinking value by weight and stuff like that. I do carry around a shield with me typically. Most of that, if I'm out of magicka, I can at least still protect myself. Feels like I'm rushing through this. It's because I've kind of done the Helgen thing completely empty like this about 3 times in the last week. Well, 3 times in the last month, I'll say. So I think my plan right now is I want to try some of the Explorer Society quests and stuff. So I'm going to do the early main quest stuff, get let the Jarl know and all that jazz, and let them know that dragons exist. And then because of the slowdown mod that I have, that'll give me about a week between getting the Dragonstone to the court wizard there and them needing my attention again. So I'm probably going to head up to Solitude. And so I think there's actually nothing really here now except for some bodies. But I will always take arrows. Just for fun. Oh no, I'm hurt. And so normally this path would be where you would go to do the rest of the things, but in Live Another Life, they block it off. So you come down here, investigate everything, loot what you want. And some of you might have noticed that when I hit level 2, I didn't level up right away. I have a reason for that. Actually, I don't. I thought I wasn't getting a perk this level. I want Conjuration. Because I am a Conjurer first, so Summoner. With Spurg, it changes some of the traits and stuff, like I'll gain 50 health, and friendly summon creatures do more damage when they're near me. And as you can see, because I'm a Breton and my Conjuration started up at 27, I already have the apprentice level spells. Now, one thing with that I actually learned is that to double cast your spells for all of the schools of magic, you actually want that. Instead of picking up dual casting for every single school of magic you want to double cast for, with Spurg you can just pick it up once and it will get it free for all your spells, which I think is really nice. It's worth getting half the number of actual perks. You figure that one perk gets you like 4 or 5 perks worth of perks. So we'll probably do this for another 10 minutes or so. We'll do half-hour spurts, maybe an hour, I don't know. And see how far we can get it at a time. Oh, people have arrived. Hello, people. You're a merchant? I'm guessing you're her guard.
Yes.
I've got some stuff for sale. Sure, merchant. Ooh, you have staffs. Those are expensive, though. I don't have a helmet on. Okay. With that realization that I don't have a helmet on, So, no, I do have it on. Okay. Armor, and a little bit of warmth, or more magic. Yeah, we'll do armor. Okay, now earlier I had said that having that as a fast travel option would be useful. Save me all of like 3 minutes. You might have seen that spell research thing. That's another mod, so that it takes a little bit of work, a little bit of time. It might be something that if I do with this character, I might do even off stream. I might do the experimentation and stuff on screen at least. If there's anybody watching me right now, should I save Hadvar, the Imperial, or should I go save, I think, Roloff, the Stormcloak? I've came to see what's going on. Some mead. I'll be back, bro. They both want some healing potions. I don't even know if I have a healing potion on me right now. Okay, I do. But obviously, as the Skyrim person, as the Dragonborn, I need to go investigate other things first. Like these. Die, spiders. I killed my familiar too. Oh, and I'm on fire now. Nothing like catching yourself on fire to increase your restoration. Maces are... Ooh, more spiders. Messed up my conjuration, so now I wasted some magicka. And of course, this is like what you would find if you had come through here in the original vanilla playthrough. And there is the collapse right there. So, I'm done here. And it looks like there's nobody here right now, which is fine. Like I said, this was mostly me testing and playing, goofing around with OBS and Twitch. Oh wow, those bodies are still on fire. I might need to check that mods. Well, let's go Imperial, because I'm going up to Solitude anyways, so if I'm... And I think there's a safe house for me in the Explorer Society, so if I'm doing all of that... Here, you get a minor healing, because I'm not going to give you my regular healing potions. Goodness, no. And now we enter his actual dialogue. The unvoiced dialogue a little bit earlier for Hadvar was from basically they just didn't revoice his work and live another life, which is fine because it's only like 3 words.
Looks like he's gone for good this time. But I don't think we should stick around to see if he comes back. Closest town from here is Riverwood. My uncle's the blacksmith there. I'm sure he'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Probably best, but I could follow you all the way to Riverwood right now. But I'm not. I'm probably going to follow the road for a little bit. And I've played this a few times, like I said. I know that there's a mine I want to go hit up. Just go through real quick.
Listen, you should go to Solitude.
Yes, I should go to Solitude.
You really use someone like you. If the rebels have themselves a dragon, General Tullius is the only one who can.
Definitely want fur, because I'm going to probably be making a tent at some point. And a backpack. Both are things that are useful. The backpacks increase my carry capacity, which is always important. If anybody sees any mods that they like here, I can definitely give you my current load list, and we'll so you can go on to Nexus. I use Mod Organizer 2, of course. There's a bandit nearby, which I knew, but even though I'm in heavy armor, always try to sneak up on folks. Hi, Wolfie. Probably do this mine and then get down to Riverwood and end the recording there. You guys can actually see me do some fighting and stuff instead of just wandering around. There's a trap here. Go on. Nope. I am challenging myself to not actually. I don't want to use a bow. I might use a crossbow if I ever get up to Dawnguard. But I think this character will not use bows. It won't be a big problem at once I get to a certain point with destruction. Oof. The outlaw was a bit tough. That was steel. With Frostfall, actually, getting into the water does, in fact, make you super uncomfortable. and cold, and you don't want to be in a super cold place. Iron ore. Oh, there's the pickaxe. Let's do some mining. Some mining. Basically, a journal that's saying that they enslaved him down here. Just remembered I have another spell that I haven't learned yet. Sparks. Don't think I'll need it down here, but in case I do. Lower that bridge. They come and investigate. I come around. I might increase my illusions so that spells become silent, because that's just helpful. Look at that. Oh, now I'm on fire. Probably shouldn't stand in the burning body. I do save scum a little bit. Not a whole bunch, but some. Clairvoyance is, in fact, the reason I don't need my instincts from campfire to show me the path to things. Stab you in the back where I focus on my familiar. Make sure that cloak's there. Don't know what those cards are. I bet she's from Legacy of Dragonborn, though. Huh. Very neat. Oh, I need to rename Corn Drum arm ore to copper, because it's just, it's what it is. Don't give it a I mean, I'm okay with, like, malachite being used for glass, because that's what it is. Some mining materials. Corndum is copper. I bet you Corndum is actually copper, but if Sunshine was here, he would actually know. He's a geo. And Quicksilver to Mithril. I don't think anything's in this cell. Nope. There are also some other quest mods that I've downloaded that I might get to. We'll see if I get to it with this character or not. Who knows? I might do a whole bunch of streaming. Basically, whenever I sit down to stream or sit down to play Skyrim, I'll stream something. There's a nice lady. She's working on her stuff, and I'm going to ruin her day. Oh, she's got lots of friends and stuff too. Oh no. Dude, discretion. Alright, things are getting a little bit more important here. Let's favorite some other things, shall we? Like my shield. Cheat a little bit. Also, oh yeah, I didn't get a perk at this level because of the way that I have things happening. I am in over my head now all of a sudden. Need to back up. I didn't expect thugs in here. Almost gonna level up again. Heavy armor's doing quite a bit for me. Let's see what. No. I mean, I'm gonna get it at some point, but I think I want. Get that magic regen. With some strategic use of leveling up and hefty use of healing potions. Oh, I no dachi. There are some Eastern style weapons in, I want to say, complete immersive weapons overhaul that I'm using. I think there's one more. Oh, yep, there's an archer way over there. That's not what I want. That's also not what I want, but. I like to play kind of well-rounded characters. Didn't mean to have flame up. I do tend to play a lot of archers, but beyond that, let's see. I want to get over to that chest, which you get through over here. Once I get through Bleak Barrows, I'll be doing some quests that I haven't done before. definitely want a woodcutter's axe. Again, that's because of frostfall. I want to keep at least a handful of branches and fire logs with me because I'm prepared as the adventurer that cannot make a fire in a blizzard. um, Quick save that so I don't have to go through that really tough fight again. I think this is actually done. Yep. Okay. So we'll go to the standing stones that are right before Riverwood so that we can make sure we're getting those bonuses. And then... oh, here comes the wolf. I also, if you notice that some of these monsters have levels and they're a little bit harder than they probably should be, I am running a what I have my list of mods right here actually. Skyrim revamped, complete enemy overhaul, and loot and encounter zones overhaul. Between those two overhauls, it makes the games a little bit harder. You know, I don't think I've done a complete run through of Skyrim since shortly after its initial release, but I've played it off and on often enough in the last however long Skyrim's been out now. It feels like living forever now, and it's still a beautiful game. This is the first computer I've had that I've been able to play Skyrim at Ultimate, and just look at that view. You can see the mountain way up there, and it's beautiful. You'll notice that my arrows are low slung. Looks like the cloak is clipping with the armor a little bit. Yeah, I'll need to probably fix that some. See if there's a cloak. I'm going to do the Mage Stone. I think I'll get plenty of practice getting my heavy armor up and my one-handed up. I'm also running the Imperial Races, which gives everybody kind of every race a quest, basically, to unlock some other ancestral abilities, we'll actually say. I'm a Pathfinder 2 guy now, on top of Starfinder and stuff, and I really like what Paizo's done with Ancestry, so... yeah. But basically, the one for Breton is that. And I think with Imperial Races, it does change some of the racial abilities that you get. And so the Grail Brittany, so I might go out looking for that. I bet you it's like the Holy Grail. If I looked into the Skyrim mythos a little bit more, it's probably and then Spell Mantle is from being a Breton and stuff as well. Alright, let's get to Riverwood and finish this up then. I have flirted with the idea of, especially since I have Frostfall on, to turn off fast travel. But then I realized that my video game playing time is pretty, not like 100% limited or anything, but it can't be for forever. So I've just don't want to waste that time just running through the beautiful wilderness of Skyrim. Yes, you did. So I'll go and save here. And thank you all for joining me. I'll just just exit to the main menu for now. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope folks had fun or watching this or the VOD.